things underway. Probably not such a big advantage who's serving first with these two because they do break each other quite a few times.
The one win for Sanchez Vicario, her only win. We mentioned this 4 years ago at the Canadian Open in the final. It's interesting to hear Mary Jo Fernandez talk about Celis and her intensity on the practice court. You hear the miss hit there from Celis, but that's the key, really, to Monica's greatness. She always practiced with such great intensity, and it was easy to bring it to the match court.
Monica looks a little fresher there. She did take a quick shirt change in between the second and third sets. Very humid inside this Atlantic City Convention Hall.
Got it. That one dropped in. You can just tell by the dejected look from Sanchez Vicario. The difference in the second set was the number of winners from Celis. She had twice as many as Sanchez Vicario. Sanchez Vicario was able to get herself into the net, too, more often in the first set. Making it tougher for her in the second.
Well, that backhand cross-court has done a lot of damage today. Billie Jean King would love that, and it brings up a break point. Monica would love to start the third set with a break. From Monica Seles. She wins the first game. Let's see whether or not she can hold for 2-love. There have been a lot of breakbacks after one of the opponents has broken. Seles' broken serve to take a 1-0 lead in this Fed Cup Finals. Fed Cup is a competition that's played all year long. Here's a look at the world group. United States, top of your draw, seeded first, win over Austria, then beat Japan. And now they are against Spain.
And down the bottom half, Spain took out South Africa, had a tough time beating France in that semifinal. But back in the first round, this Japan-Germany was an interesting one. Kamiko Date taking out Steffi Graf. Germany had won the Fed Cup back in '92, beat Spain in that final.
I think Date won that match like 10-8 in the third. It was just incredible. It was nearly a national holiday the next day. Was doing her best Arantxa Sanchez Vicario impression on that point, but just couldn't get the last lob in play. It's a pattern we've seen all match long. Somebody breaks and then the server immediately gets into trouble.
Well, Sanchez Vicario had 30-love in her opening service game of this third set. Got broken. Now it's love 30 on Seles' serve. Let's see if she can hold on to it.
Miguel Marguette's looking on as his players just earned herself 3 break point opportunities to level the third set at 1-all.
Great wide, swinging wide serve from Celis.
15-14.
And just see how sweaty Celis is. It is very humid in here. She's doing an awful lot of work. She changed her shirt after that second set. Still 2 break points. Terrific point from Celis. Controlled it from start to finish. When Monica is this aggressive, body position is so good. Everything is going forward.
1 more break point. Great job from Love 40 back to 2. Monica dictated play on each of the points. Can't say Arantxa played badly. It was taken out of her hands.
I'd love to count the number of times in Celis's entire career when she's come back from being down, not only in the game, but in the match. Miss hit there. I know just this year alone, she's come back from match point down against Lindsay Davenport in the finals of Sydney, and then she came back from 3 match points against Kimiko Date in the semis of Nichirai just 2 weeks ago. Break point number 4.
And she was in all sorts of trouble against Chanda Rubin in that semifinal of the Australian Open.
Look at the number of chances Sanchez Vicario's had to break. 14. She's broken 4 times.
Sanchez Vicario breaks back for 1-all. NHL tonight. Season preview. 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 p.m. on the Pacific. That's October 1st. Things get underway. Then once the season starts, look for NHL Tonight weeknights at 11:30 p.m. It's hard to believe hockey season is right here. Wow, summer's over.
See the clock back there. They've been on court just over an hour and a half. A lot of emotions have been happening out there in an hour and a half. It's hard to win points against Sanchez Vicario when she's this fired up. She moves so well. You oftentimes have to win the point 2 and 3 times because she chases everything down so well. And Monica hit a couple of huge shots, and all of a sudden she finds herself the losing end of this point.
She is about the most frustrating player out on tour, Sanchez Vicario. Miguel Marguette's a lot happier now than he was about 45 minutes ago. He knows his player is on equal terms right now with the #1 player in the world, someone she's only beaten once before. At times in this match, Monica looked like she might grab a hold of the match, but Arantxa's done a great job to stay in it and then put herself in a position to win.
From Celis there. Took Sanchez-Vicario deep in the court as Billie Jean yells encouragement at her. And then she found the great angle. Sets this one up here, deep in the corner, dragging Sanchez-Vicario out of the court, and then finds the short court.
So Monica has a point to make it 3 straight breaks of serve to start off things in this third set.
Celis has broken 5 times in this match. She wants to make it 6.
Well, that screaming backhand cross-court winner gives Monica Celis another break. Can she hold serve this time to go up 3-1? We'll find out when we come back. Atlantic City, New Jersey, the site of the '96 Fed Cup Finals. The last point inside the Convention Center, Sanchez-Vicario with the forehand approach. And look at that cross-court winner. Before it passes Arantxa, she's already applauding.
Yeah. Just always concentrated. As Billie Jean King says, she's just a no-nonsense player. She gets on with it point after point.
She's brought a great level of professionalism to this team. She's always on time. She does all the right things. She warms up, stretches. Great influence. And an overrule from Michael Morrissey. Miguel Marguets just gets up briefly from his chair. Maybe he just wants to stretch his legs a bit. You have to sit a long time in these Fed Cup matches with 3 in a row.
Celis is always such an aggressive player. She's got 37 total winners out here today. You can see most of them coming off the backhand side. Sanchez-Vicario has 19 winners out here today so far.
It seems unusual to have that kind of imbalance on Monica. I don't know, maybe Arantxa is obviously going to that side a little bit more.
When you play Celis, I mean, your options are she hits a winner, your opponent makes an error, or Monica makes an error. Very few players are in a position to hit winners against Celis. Sanchez-Vicario has done a very good job of that today. She's got 19 winners, 20 on forced errors. And just missing. Sanchez-Vicario is running the opposite way. Still a game point for Celis. And 3 consecutive breaks in this third set. Celis wants to be the first to hold on.
Left backhand just wide, and finally Monica Seles is able to hold serve, keep that break advantage. She's up 3-1 in the third set. NHL Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific. Season opener featuring the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. Of course, St. Louis Blues, they're led by a pretty good player, a guy named Brett Hull.
Not bad.
Pretty good family name for hockey. Almost as good as Sanchez.
Referring to the Sanchez family, 2 brothers, Emilio and Javier, both world-class players on the men's tour, and a sister actually that played college tennis.
I think it's great, tennis families, they have that in common. Sport of tennis, any sport. Well, Betsy, you'd have to say this is a must game for Sanchez Vicario. She's down a break 1-3. She has to hold on here.
She's been serving well, especially in this deuce court.
You jinxed her. That was one of her worst ones of the day.
Yeah, she likes serving down the tee in this deuce side. Sanchez Vicario, despite some big serves and pretty high percentage of first serves, has lost her last 4 service games. You're looking here at one of the best returners that's ever played this game in women's tennis. She's the first one to show everybody that you can destroy someone's second serve.
Well, she missed that one, but once again, it was the attack of the second serve put her in the position to win the point. You have to make a decision when you're serving second serves, and Monica, whether or not you're just going to go for your second serves more, hit a few more double faults than you might normally against other players.
Please.
How frustrating for Sanchez Vicario, a tremendous get, landing right on the baseline.
An unbelievable get. I mean, she is just so fast. She has that low center of gravity, those very fast feet, strong legs. I mean, she not only gets to balls, but she actually gets them in a position to put the other player in trouble. Well, that's a little justice, don't you think? Sanchez Vicario had a couple of let chords in a row. Very critical part of the second set there. And this time, after a very good drop shot again, Celis finds a little luck in the net cord.
But she's not really sorry.
That was deep. Boy, that was close to the line. Sanchez Vicario sort of hoping for a call.
crucial moment for Sanchez Vicario. She was up 40-15. It's back to deuce. She's down a break. She cannot afford to be down 2 breaks. Arantxa's famous for that, hitting a ball. It's called wide, but she's already making the walk. Trying a little bit of intimidation.
Turnaround in this game. Sanchez Vicario has already lost her serve twice in this 3rd set. A break opportunity for Celis to do it again.
Well, her first double fault comes at a horrendous time. Monica sees the finish line. United States played host to the Fed Cup in Atlanta, Georgia. Gigi Fernandez and Zina Garrison took on Russia in the final and clinched the victory for Team USA. A young Jennifer Capriati would look on as the United States would capture their 14th Fed Cup title. The win in 1990 was the USA's last. Just out on the baseline. Of course, Monica Seles knows she's only 2 games away for giving the United States their first Fed Cup title since that Atlanta, Georgia 1990 victory. And the one on the right of your screen is trying to stop it. Sanchez Vicario in 2-game points for 5-1. Set all, but Monica Seles leads 5-1. 1 game away for the Fed Cup for the United States.
Boy, has Monica Seles turned things around from set number 1, which she lost 6-3. You can see the big change is the number of winners. Monica Seles has had 10 in this 3rd set to 0 for Sanchez Vicario. Comes Lindsay Davenport back. I think she senses a Seles win. That was the 2nd double from Sanchez Vicario. She double faulted to lose her last service game.
I must say there is one place you do not want to be when your team wins the Fed Cup, and that is in the locker room. So Lindsay should be right out there, courtside.
And what's so nice is the fact that Mary Jo Fernandez, who's been on the losing side 3 times against Spain, is here to perhaps and hopefully enjoy a U.S. win over Spain.
Just 2 more points needed. Vicario going to make Monica Seles earn every point in this, what could be last game. That long forehand gives the United States and Monica Seles Fed Cup point.
Thank you. Thank you. Quiet, please. Thank you. Game 16.
To everybody, the chairman of the Fed Cup committee, the players, the trainers, massage therapists, hitting partners, they're all down there. Lindsay Davenport is the most ecstatic.
Unbelievable win for the U.S. Lindsay Davenport did not want to have to play Conchita Martinez, someone she's lost to 3 times. Monica Seles knew she could beat Sanchez Vicario, only losing to her once in 13 matches, but she's never been in a position where she's playing for a country. The flag flying over, and Billie Jean King, a winning captain again. She's played on this thing. In fact, she's won it 6 times for the U.S. She's captained it 4 times the last 2 consecutive years. And Mary Jo Fernandez on the winning team for the first time.
And when we come back to Atlantic City in the convention hall, we'll have more. We'll have interviews from the winners. So stay with us. U.S., the winning Fed Cup team. Welcome back to the Atlantic Civic Center, where Monica Seles just moments ago had match point for the United States to win the Fed Cup, playing Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And it's right here on the backhand side of Monica Seles, and she wins it all for the U.S. Let's go down to Betsy, who's with the winning team.